Hunting for coupons, comparing deals, it can seem overwhelming, but economic experts say just even a few minutes of research pays off. In part 3 of our special week-long series, The Buck Stops Here, we learn how a little planning will save your sanity while you save money. Sarah Mulvihill reports.
Flipping through flyers, searching coupon websites, sifting through retailer emails, and keeping track of bonus club points. It can sound like more hassle than it's worth. Not so, says economic expert Debbie Fry.
Why would you ever spend more money on groceries than you need to?
If an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, an ounce of planning is worth a pound of cash.
It's amazing how much the savings if you take a few minutes and compare. I think it's worth 15 minutes to save hundreds of dollars.
Fry has a series of guidelines for smart shopping. Rule number 1, make a list.
It sounds silly, we all joke about it, but make a list so that you're on track, that you're only going to buy what you need.
Rule number 2, do a little homework.
Do the research, quick comparison shopping in paper, online. Then from that, you're going to know exactly where you're going to go for the best deals.
Rule number 3, go in with a budget.
The biggest mistake is not being realistic about the amount of money they want to spend.
You don't have to be an expert when it comes to every coupon website or points program, but become familiar with the ones you will use the most.
Pick a few. I mean, everyone can do a few. Mega shoppers who save money on everything, they pick everything. We may not be able to do that, but I find that if you have 4 or 5 cards in your wallet, and those are stores that you do frequent, it is worth it.
The bottom line, plan ahead.
Impulse walking around is the worst thing to do when you're working on a budget.
Instead of wandering the malls, put that time into research. Fry says any investment of time will pay off in the long run.
I think that it's so worthwhile that whether the economy's tight or not, why would you want to spend more money on items than you have to?
And there are a few more traps to avoid. For one, don't get stuck in the favorite store rut.
Mostly people waste money because they don't shop around. They shop at the same grocery store. They don't compare pricing. They only buy things at the eye level in a grocery store. Bad idea. Why are they at your eye level? Because the manufacturers are paying to have them right there. So look high and low and buy generic products.
Another tip is to not always race to the mall. There are alternatives.
Take a quick inventory of what you have. You probably have some items that can be reused.
Fry says there are creative ways to swap items with friends, like hosting a clothing swap party or having kids trade back-to-school supplies with friends. Meanwhile, if you're not comfortable going online to research or find coupons, Fry recommends getting someone who is internet savvy to help you, or get the kids to do the research. It's a great way to sneak in a lesson about budgeting. How else can you teach your kids money smarts? Find out tomorrow in part 4 of The Buck Stops Here. You can also watch the series online, globaltvedmonton.com.
Some very good information being passed on here this week.
And simple, too. It's very simple stuff we could all do to be filthy rich.
But I do have my favorite stores.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that's worth a couple extra bucks in some ways.
Well, time is money, right?
Yeah, but you get to know the people, you know.
I know,
I'm a big
I like
neighborhood
that.
guy.